Hey guys, welcome back to Mark the Point. There's one thing I found out. My community that watches my videos loves strategies. They love the different crap strategies that I roll out. They do not, y'all. It seems like the team does not like how to play craps videos. So that tells me I'm going to give you what my people want, and they love strategies. This here is the Balboa. Do you know Rocky Balboa? Well, in case you don't, he is one of the greatest legendary fighters that TV has ever produced. Okay, Rocky Balboa is a fighter. That means he comes back every time he gets knocked down. What does he do? He comes back, he stands up, and he wins. That is the role of Rocky Balboa. So that's what this is. This is going to be the Balboa. Let me tell you what we're going to do, guys. Now, you're going to be able to play this at any level. If you want to play this at Bubble Craps, you can. If you want to play this at a 5, 10, 15, whatever dollar level table that you're at, you can do that. We're actually going to play this at a little bit lower level. Now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, you're going to have a bigger bankroll. Okay. This isn't going to be for an average size bankroll because I'm going to do something that a lot of people, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, it's going to be a little controversial. Okay. Some people don't like to martingale, and I 100% agree with that. I'm never a fan of martingale. Some people don't like the ladders. In case you don't know what a ladder is if only on a loss you'll ladder up. Well, this is going to be very similar to a ladder system. Okay, to start off with, we're not going to play a pass line. We're not going to play a don't pass. We're going to make all of our money here in the box, not playing any other bets. The idea here, we're going to get a point set. Point is 9. The 9 is the point. If we get any other roll, let's just say we own the 5. If we get a 5, that's going to be a $10 bet. This is 64 across, by the way. $64 across. We're set up for a $10 table. That's going to pay me $14, or sometimes they'll say pay me 15 for one. Okay. What am I going to do? I'm going to collect that bet. So this here is going to go back into my rack, and I'm going to collect it. Well, let's just say we get another hit. Okay, let's call it on the 4. The 4 is a $10 bet. That's going to pay me $18. Okay, this can pay me 18, and then I'm going to pull this bet, and it's going back into my rack. Only collecting. I'm only going to collect these bets. Okay, now what's going to happen is we all know what happens is most times you don't get every number rolled, and the 7's going to come. Okay, in this case, what happens is we've hit the 5 and we've hit the 4. So everything else, everything is going to lose, but we are going to ladder some bets here. Okay, all right. So everything loses, but since the 5 and the 4 hit, when we go back out there, we're going to go back out there for $10 levels. What are we going to do with everything else? Everything else we're going to level up. We're going to level up everything up to a $15 bet, okay, or an $18 bet on the 6 and 8. Okay, so all these are going to be 15, right? There we go. So now we've only leveled up. The puck is off because we 7'd out, right? So we're going to get a new point established. Let's just say it's on the 8. Now, this is what we've collected so far. Remember, we started with 64 across. Remember that? So in your bet so far, what do you have? You have 25, about 32. So you're halfway out. You're halfway out of the hand for the most part, but you're going to use this money here to get you out the hand. So let's just say you get another hit. Let's just say it's on the leveled up portion, which is the 9. Okay, that's a $15 bet. It's going to pay you $21 on that bet. What we're going to do, we're going to pull that bet down, go back down the base level, and look here. Now you have some money back into your rack. Hey, let's count this up real quick. That's 25. That's 50. Remember, we started with 64. That's 20. Oh, I'm throwing chips. That's 25, 50. That's 55. That's $58. So now on the leveled up, you already know, again, you have $9 at risk of your original bankroll. You still got some great bets in here, and anything else that hits, let's just say it's on the 10, that's a $15 bet now. That's going to pay you $27. And now you're in profit. You're going to pull that bet back down to a base bet, which is $10. And you're going to do that every time. Now, listen, let's just say you did not get any more hits and you lose the 6 and 8. Again, everything's going to get a loss. So you're going to lose everything. Remember, all those bets come down. But what's going to happen is you have an $18 bet. You're going to have to continue it going up one more time, right? Now, here's the caveat. If you're back in the profit, which right now we are back into our original $64, that's 50, 55, 64. Okay, so that's my 64, which means I'm technically in profit right now. So at this point in time, I don't have to continue that 6 and 8 ladder because I'm back at my original bankroll, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to salvage just a little bit of cash here that we have. We're going to go back out there at 64 cross, okay? 64 cross all the way here. It's going to show you what that looks like. All right, so that's our original. Actually, all this is profit. So now you're ready to re-roll it out. Again, what's going to happen? We're going to get a point. Let's just say on the 6. Rinse and repeat. Actually, I'm going to take that back. That's 5. I missed my 4 there. There we go. So that is still your profit of $26 right now in the hand. So what we're going to do is, let's just say right now we hit another point. Let's just say it's on the 4, and that's going to pay us $18. Okay, $18. And if we lose, what we're going to do, we're going to ladder back up. Why? Because Rocky Balboa, every time he got knocked down, he got back up. He got back up. That's what we're going to do, guys. If we get knocked down, if the 7 knocks us out, we're going to get back up. We're going to go back out there swinging, level it up, make some more juice out of your bets, and try to dominate the tables. We're going to try this and see if we can make some money at the end. I cannot predict whether we'll win or lose on this rollout because it's unpredictable how the rolls are going to turn out. However, I do know this is a system that works. It can make some money, but you have the risk you can lose some money too. All right, guys, let's do some live rolls. All right, guys, here we go. Are you ready to get started? So here we have a $2,000 bankroll. So what I have here, I have $1,500 in blacks. I have $400 in greens. That makes $1,900. And then I have technically $100 between the reds and the whites, a little bit distributed here because I know you're going to have a bigger bankroll because there's a times where this could get up to $25 if you need it to, if you need it to keep leveling up. However, it all depends on what level table that you're at. $15 level, $25 table, whatever level that you're playing at. Bubble craps, of course, you don't need any kind of bankroll like that. Let's go ahead and roll this out and see how we do. Let's get a puck established. And let's go ahead and go out the dice here. Let's grab these 2 right here. And let's get a point established. Here we go. All right, that's going to be a 5-2-7. That is going to be a front line winner. We are not playing the fast line, assuming we are not the shooter. But let's go again. And that's the 8, guys. That's going to be the square pair, the hard 8. Let's mark the point on the 8, okay? So we're going to tell the dealer, I want 64 across. So you go and drop down 60. You can do it 65, okay? 65 just like this, or 64 if you have the 4 ones. That's fine. They can give you $1 back. Let's set that right there. And we're going to set you up at 64 across all the way here. Again, that's going to be $10 units on everything, $12 on the 6 and 8. And they're going to set you up. Again, we are going to tell them including the point, okay? Because you're not paying a pass line or don't pass, make sure you can tell them including the point because they're not always looking up. And I gave an extra 5 there. We're ready to roll. Here we go. Let's go, shooter. And that's an 8. That's going to be the 6-2-8, guys. We've hit the point back to back. That's going to be the 6-2-8. So what's going to happen here, that's going to pay us $14. So let's go ahead and call it 15 for 1. We'll go at 15 for 1. We'll take that $1 back. This can go back into our rack, okay? Let's turn the puck off because that is our point and get another one established. Remember, when the puck is off, our bets are off. We're going to follow the puck. If the puck is off, we're off. When the puck is on, we're on, okay? Here we go. And that's going to be aces, guys. That's the dots in both spots. No help to me. Snake eyes. And there's the 4. That's going to be the hard 4 or the 2-2 as some people call it. Let's go ahead and mark the point on the 4, and now we're ready to roll. Here we go. Now remember, you got to kind of do this a little bit of a memory of what all you've hit. Now, if you get a lot of rolls, I don't think it's going to matter because you're going to be a profit anyways. But if you only get 1 or 2 hits or 3 hits, you got to know what you got to level up. But you can find a way to mark it in your own tray if you want to. But know that we've already hit the 8, so we don't have to level that one up. And there's a 9. That's going to be the center field 9, the 639. Okay, that's going to pay us $15 or 15 for 1. Let's go ahead and pull that back. And that's going to go right back into our rack just like that. All right, here we go, Jack. And there's the 2-2 again, guys. That is going to be the hard 4. That is going to be a hard way parlay if you played the hard ways. That's a $10 bet. That's going to pay us $18. So we've gotten 3 hits out of this, right? So that's going to go back to our rack just like that. And I'm going to go ahead and move some of these bets over because I'm going to need the room anyways. So let's go and move it all the way over. And there we go. Let's go and turn off the point. So I've hit 3 numbers, which means I'm basically right now in profit no matter what, however this turns out. So actually, I don't have to level up if I don't want to. Okay, it's going to be on the 9, guys. That's going to be the new point. Let's mark the point on the 9. And let's keep it going. Here we go. All right, there's the back on the 8 again. That's going to be the 5-3-8, okay? That's going to pay us $14, or we'll call it 15 for 1 again. The dealer will just say drop $1. He'll give you $15. Now, we're not going to be pressing our bets. This is a very simple collect it, put it into your rack, a simple way of playing, because you're pressing your bets is going to be when you roll a 7 or prior to rolling any of the other numbers. That's when you're going to level up your bets. We're going to keep these bets at flat all the way as long as we can. And there's another 9, guys. We've hit the point again. That's back to back, another point. That's going to be another 15 for 1. Let's go ahead and pay it out. The actual payment is $14. That's a $10 bet. But we're going to pay it 15 for 1 because it's a lot easier in the payments here. Let's turn the puck off and let's get another one established. Here we go. And it's back on the 8. How about that? That's going to be our next point again, the 6-3 or 5-3-8, excuse me. All right, here we go, shooter. And it's a 10 down there on the end. Are we going to walk this thing all the way across? Again, that's a $10 bet. That's going to pay us $18. 10 pays 18. We're not buying our bets because it's a place bet. It's only at $20 where you buy that bet. Right now, it's just a place bet at $10. Again, you can do this at any level that you want to. You can play this exact same concept. And there is the 2x4 or the easy 6, whatever you want to call it. That is a 6. That's going to pay us, again, another 15 for 1. That's a $10 or $12 bet. Let's go ahead and do that now. Pull that $1 back. And let's go ahead and grab some extra reds here. All right, let's go, shooter. Let's go. There's the hard 6 this time. We got a shooter, guys. We have got a shooter. That's going to be the hard 6. Back again, another 15 for 1. Let's go ahead and pull that dollar back. I love it. Again, not worried about leveling up right now. We want to just collect as much as we can and not worry about pressing your bets. And look at that hard 6 right there. Oh my gosh. In this roll, in case you don't know what, I'm going to link this video up above because I love the hard ways. I love the hard way parlays. And we've just hit the hard way parlay. I love it. There's your hard 6 right there. That is going to pay us another 15 for 1. Let's go ahead and put that here. Another 15 for 1. I love the hard ways. Absolutely. I make a killing on the hard way parlays. All right, guys, here we go. And there's another hard 4. That is the 2-2. Yet again, the hard ways are flashing right now, okay? Again, that's going to be another $18 on the 4. We're doing really, really well, okay? Really well. Again, this is not always expected. You can never expect to make a lot of money or have a long roll. It just so happened we're actually doing really, really well here, which is definitely helping out the video. And there is another hard 6, guys. Oh my gosh, the hard way parlay would be paying off big right now. You gotta love the hard ways when they come. That's still only going to pay us 15 for 1 because we're not here on the hard way. However, I'm telling you, I love that bet. I can make a killing on that hard way parlay, and I have done it already in the past. All right, guys, let's keep it going here, and let's go, shooter. There's your 8. That's going to be the point again. That's going to be the 6-8, the easy 8. Let's call it again. Another 15 for 1. We'll run out of ones at some point in time. That's going to be a 15 for 1. Not pressing our bets. We're just going to keep them as they are. Flat bets. And let's just keep it rolling here. 5, 4, 9. That's going to be the center field 9. Let's mark the point on the 9. All right, let's go, shooter. What do we got here? That's going to be another hard 4. Is that 4 hard 4s that we've hit? Or I can't, 3 or 4. I can't tell. Oh my gosh, why am I not playing the hard ways right now? You've got to be kidding me here. All right, that's going to pay another $18. Killing it. Killing the hard ways right now. Oh my gosh. Let's go put that right there. Put that right there. And here we go, shooter. Let's go. That's going to be a Yo 11. It was a 11, a 5, 6, 5, 11 mid-mode Chiro. No help to me. It rolled on me. And there's the 9. All right, that's going to be back on the point again. We've got a hot shooter. Check us out. That's going to be another $15 again. The actual payment is 14, but it's 15 for 1. You got to take that dollar back, and let's put that into the rack. Turn the puck off, and let's get another one established. We still have not been unlucky. Let's just say it that way. That's the aces. That's the dots in both places. We've only had one shooter so far, and I'm telling you, guys, if you couldn't imagine how nice this rollout has been. If you ever want to see Big Red on a 7, when that puck is off, that's why I love to have that puck off, because guess what happened? Or a bet's off, because that's when you want to roll it right then, and that sets you up for an even longer roll. And that's going to be the square pair, guys. Yet again, another hard way. Let's mark the point on the 8. Should I just throw some hard ways down there just for the heck of it? Man, I wish I would, but the problem is, this is a little bit of a teach here. If you're only playing $10 bets and you play hard ways, you're not making any money because you're gonna, if you hit an easy way, basically, you'll lose this, win this. You're not really making a whole lot of money. But if for every green chip, meaning if I have I'll point at a nine. I didn't mean a nine. I meant the eight. But on every green chip, if you have a red chip, you're actually feeding. You're feeding the hard way. So that is a good time to play the hard way, is when you have green chip levels on the hard way bets. All right, what do we have here? That was the point of the eight, and let's keep it going here. And there's another yo mid mochiro, no help to me. And there's an eight, another 5-3-8. We've hit the point. That's going to pay us again another 15 for one, and we are running out of stack room here, making too much money. Let's turn off the point. That is yet again another point winner, and that is yet again another 7 on the come out roll while the puck is off. Guys, these are the monster rolls you look for, okay? When you're at the casino, this is what you're looking for. You're wanting these rolls. Absolutely wanting these rolls. And that's going to be a 3, craps 3, no help to me. Pay the don'ts. And there's another square pair. That's going to be the hard 8. Let's mark the point on the 8. All right, here we go, guys. Let's keep it going. And there's a 7. Okay, you know what, guys? I'm telling you, after this roll, you can't complain because you made a ton of money. We did not press our bets, right? I get it. A lot of people are like, dude, you'd be making a killing if you're pressing your bets right now. However, you know what? Every system has its own system. Every way of playing, every person is different in how they bet. Some people love just a conservative collect, maybe a little bit of a press collect. But in this case, we hit basically everything, right? We're not going to level up anything. We're going to go back out there for 64 cross. We are going to get another point established. And let's go ahead and do that right now. And that's another 7. That's going to be a 4-3-7 on the come out roll. That is 3 now. 3. If you were working your bets on the come out, you would have got sniped 3 different times. Not always the best situation working your bets on the come out roll. All right, that's going to be on the 9, guys. That's going to be a center field 9. And then again, we're going to drop down. I'm going to drop down some of these reds here because I can use them anyways. We're going to go 64 across just like we did. We're not going to level up, right? Because we basically hit everything, okay? So we're not going to worry about it. We are we're into profit here. So let's go ahead and put all these bets down. That is 64 across, just like that, including the point. And let's do this again. Let's see if we can get another monster roll out of this. And there's a 6. That's going to be the easy 6, 5-1-6. And let's go ahead and drop in another. That's 15 for one. Again, the actual payment is $14. I don't want anybody to get confused by that. But 15 for one. Here we go. And there's a 9. That's going to be another point. The 6-3-9. That's going to be the center field 9. That's going to pay us, again, 15 for one. Okay. A little bit easier transactions there. All right, let's turn the puck off. Let's go, shooter. And there's a 5-2. Wow. That is the 4th or 5th. I lost count of how many 7s we've rolled on that come out roll. I mean, that is amazing if you're at the craps table when that happens, because you're hoping that happens, because now you're waiting for another long roll, right? That's gonna be the 4. That is our new point, by the way. That is Big Joe from Craps Master Journey. In case you haven't checked out his channel, he does live rollouts. That is going to pay us $18. Let's turn this bet off, and let's put the money back into the rack. Let's turn the puck off, and let's keep it going, guys. Here we go. And there's a 5. Okay, no field 5. There we go. New points could be on the 5. Let's mark the point on the 5. And let's go, shooter. Do we know what we've hit so far, by the way? That is a 5-2-7. I shouldn't have even asked it, right? That's a 5-2-7. Okay, so we know we hit the 4. We know we hit the 9. And I can't remember if we hit the 8 or not, so I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I want to show this system as we're supposed to, right? So we're going to pull, pull everything back, right? Everything is going to come back. So all these are going to come back into the rack. But this time, you're going to drop down a little bit more money, because you are going to level up your bets, right? Anything that did not hit, we're going to level up our bets. So let's make sure we got enough red chips for what we're going to do here. Remember, we hit the 9. We know we hit the 4. I'm just going to call those the only 2. I think we hit an 8. I can't quite remember. That's why it's good to find a way to mark your system of what you hit. But everything else is going to be at a $15 level, okay? Everything else is leveled up to a $15 level. And, of course, your 6 and 8 have to be at $18, okay? Remember, they need a white chip for every red chip. So here we go. Now we are ready to roll. And let's turn the puck off, by the way. I preset our bets out there. The puck is still off. Our bets are off. I threw the nutty out there. But let's keep it going. And there's another 7. That's going to be the 6-1-7 Again, another come out roll in the 7. Let's go, shooter. And there's a 9, 639. Okay, perfect. Mark the point on the 9. Now, again, once I get a hit on any of these ones that's pressed up, I'm going to reduce it back down to base and go from there. Here we go. There's an 8. That's going to be the square pair, the hard 8. Man, we've seen the hard ways tonight. That $15 bet is going to pay me $21. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back down to base. So this here is back down to base, which is only $12. And all this is coming back to our rack. Just like that. Here we go. And there's a 7. Okay, this is where it gets a little bit challenged, right? So this is where you have to pay attention to what you're at, where you're at. This is where it can be where it can get a little bit confusing because you know you're pressed up here, which is the 10, the 6, the 5. Right. So all three of these are pressed up to $20. Again, it depends on how you want to do this. If you want to continue to press up the rest of them as well, if you want to try to make it even numbers and make it all 15 across or all whatever it is, you can absolutely do that because you have some items that are already at $10 levels. So that's totally up to you. However, we're going to try to press them up here and go to the $20 level. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and turn off the point, and let's go, shooter. And there's a 5. That's going to be the 415. Let's mark the point on the 5. Okay, so we know that a 10 is going to be at a $20 level, which will also be a buy bet, by the way, because it costs you an extra dollar in VIG. We can go ahead and do that now. Let's put the VIG down there. The 9 is going to be at a $15 level. Okay, we only hit the 8 there. The 8 is the only one that we hit while that puck was off. So that's the only one that's going to be at a $12 level. Everything else is going to be at a higher level. So 24. You have to probably set these up a little bit in advance of how you're going to do it. That's going to be at a $20 level, and the 4 is going to be at a $15 level because it was a little bit lower because it got hit in the last one. All right, here we go, guys. I think we're all set up, and let's see if we can get some money, make some money off of this roll. Here we go. And that is going to be the hard 4, guys. That is going to be the 2-2. That's going to be a $15 bet. That's going to pay us $27. Okay, 27. I'm going to go back down the base. So that $10 comes back. Okay, just like this. Comes back. And there we go. Oh, I brought an extra one. That's only $5. There we go. And I'm hitting chips. Wow. And you know what? This is actually wrong. Wow, I should have caught that a while ago. That should be $24, not 20. So good catch on me not putting that in there myself. That should be $24, by the way. And that is a 5. That is a 5, the 415. Let's go ahead and pay that out. That's a $20 bet. It's going to pay us $28. Okay, 20 pays you 28. I'm going to drop it back down to 10, which is our base level. And all this is coming back to the rack. All right, here we go. Let's turn the puck off. And let's keep this thing going. And there's a 527. Oh my gosh, at all the 7s on the come out roll. You've got to be kidding me. And yet another one. Another 437 while the puck is off on the come out roll. 3 and oh my gosh. Do we want to change dice? Let's do it. We probably should be doing that anyways. Let's change the dice. Okay, I have a whole bucket of dice here. Let's go ahead and see if we can get some different rolls here. And that is another 7. Another 437. Oh my gosh. There's a yo 11. Can we get a point set? I'm telling you, if you were playing the pass line, which of course you know I typically don't, think of how much more money you'd be making playing that pass line right now because you would be absolutely killing it. All right, and there's the 5. That's going to be the no field 5. Let's mark the point back on the 5. Now I have a lot of leveled up bets here. Let's see if we can make some money and get these things reduced back down. And that's going to be back on the 2-2, which is the 4. Yet again, another hard way bet. It's going to pay me $18. I'm going to put that back into the rack, just like that. Let's keep it going, shooter. And there's your 7. I tell you what, I I could not have been more pleased with the very first roll. But after the first roll, I would say it's probably less than average, right? Less than average other than the first one. So we made some money on the first shooter, but then probably lost a little bit more on the back end. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to see if we made any money. I've already taken this video long enough. And I want to see if we made any money on these 3 or 4 shooters that we had. Again, one good roll, a few just mediocre rolls, which is probably mostly what you're going to see at a craps table. You're going to see a very mediocre with maybe 1 or 2 rolls that go over the norm, I guess you want to call it. Okay, so we didn't do anything with the blacks here, so I know we'll go and count it out just for good measure. So we have 500, 1,000, 1,500. So that's 1,500 like we said. Go ahead and count these out here. 1500, 16, 17, 18, 1900. Ooh, make that look a little bit better. That's 1900. And that is going to be 2,000. So that is our starting bankroll. Okay. So that means everything else here is profit. Not a ton of money, but you know what though? All that matters at the very end, if you're up, that's a great time. Let's go and figure what we made. 25, 50, 55, 60, 65, 66 bucks. We made 66 bucks. One great shooter, three mediocre shooters. We're still up. I like the system, guys. This is the Balboa. It's a fighter, okay? It means you have to pay attention. You have to be able to pay attention to where you're at, where your bankroll is, where your bets are out. If you want to make it a little bit easier and whatever bets you didn't hit, just make them all the same. You have that option of doing that. This is a great system, guys. It started off really, really strong. It did build up at the beginning, which did great. And then the rolls where it wasn't so great, you still was able to make some money off of it by reducing your bets down. Guys, let me know in the comments. I make systems like this every single week. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel and hit that notification button just so every time I release a video, you are notified. Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, mark the point and stay awesome.